Hey guys, Susan from Positively Fit You here, and this is going to be yet another video about sugar. You may know that I talk about sugar a lot. I used to be a sugar addict, and if you've watched my other videos or you're a client or a challenge participant, you should know this. I really love helping others overcome their addiction and be free of sugar for good. Now, when I talk about sugar, I'm mainly referring to the obvious sweets. Cookies, candy, cupcakes, donuts, cake, chocolate. I know that there's sugar in so much these days, but these are really the sugary treats that triggers the addiction. I do have a lot to say about sugar, lots of tips, so when you're done watching this video, do feel free to browse my other videos about sugar. Now, what I really want to address in this video is something that I often hear my clients or challenge participants or friends say. I often hear, I've been so good being off of sugar, but I do have some cookies or cupcakes or what have you hidden in the freezer or in the back of the pantry so I can save them for a treat. Now, when I hear this, I typically like to draw their attention to what they're saying. When we save sugary foods, trigger foods to have later as treats, what are we doing? We are holding these sugary treats up on a pedestal, and we're associating them with pleasure, happiness, a reward. This is one thing that we really want to address early. I always talk about how we look at sugar. If we really and truly want to get off of it, we need to make sure that we're looking at sugar as a drug. And when we look at sweets, we want to make sure that we're associating all the negative feelings that we will feel later with whatever it is we want. If you really and truly want to quit your addiction and continue to feel good, you need to associate these sugary treats with pain, with depression, with sluggishness. This is what really and truly worked for me and for many of my clients. If you think about it, do you know any former smokers or alcoholics who hold on to a pack of cigarettes or a bottle of liquor so they can have a cigarette or a drink as a treat now and then? No. If they do that, what's most likely going to happen? They're going to want more, and there's a high likelihood that they will relapse. I always say that I never want you to feel like you're depriving yourself, and I never want you to think, I can't have sugar. I would love for you to think, I can have sugar, but if I'm going to choose to have that cupcake, I'm going to choose to have the feelings that I have when I spiral and have 2 or 3 cupcakes and then 2 or 3 cookies and then the next morning be craving sweets and feel miserable and tired and depressed. It's your choice. But when you're deciding, you need to associate sugar with all of the negative feelings that you will feel later. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, what about birthdays? We celebrate with sugar. And honestly, we live in a very unhealthy world. 75% of Americans are overweight. 2/3 of Americans are considered obese. That's a lot. We can be part of the 75%. We can be part of the 2/3 if we want to do what everyone else is doing. Our society is really influencing us to be unhealthy. So yes, if you want to make exceptions for every birthday or party or dinner out where you want dessert so you can celebrate whatever it is with the yumminess in your mouth for 5 or 10 minutes, you can. I personally choose to celebrate birthdays and these things like that by enjoying the people who I'm surrounded by, the conversations I have, maybe a nice meal. My family or the people I'm with, they can have cake if they want to, and they don't love me any less if I don't. I would personally never judge a former alcoholic if I'm having drinks and they're not. So to hear more of my tips for quitting sugar and staying off of it, go ahead and browse my channel. I have a lot more to say about sugar. If you like this video, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and as always, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.